Okay, everybody, so here is my recipe for my fermented honey garlic medicine. I realized I needed to make some more because the last one I made was in November of 2024. That's how it looks when it's already done and made and been in the cabinet for a while. So what I did was I took 3 pieces of garlic this time. You could use the already peeled one that you buy at the grocery store, which is why I had that one there. But for this purpose, I decided to peel some garlic myself. It's kind of time consuming or kind of rough sometimes when you peel it. That's why I like to buy the store-bought. They also have the ones in the bag. That container that I showed you guys is from Marqueton, and that's how I get my garlic most of the time, is I get those, and you could just throw them in the freezer and save them for when you need them later on. But for this video's purpose, I'm peeling the garlic for you guys, so feel special. Anyways, one technique that I do sometimes with my garlic is I'll run it under cold water while I'm peeling it, and it helps the husk to come out a little bit faster as well. But for this video, I'm not doing that because I would be dropping my phone in the water, and that would not be a good thing. So I'm peeling the garlic straight up. It also helps too because sometimes your fingers can get kind of sticky from peeling it with the garlic. So I will run it under water while I'm peeling it as well. But my go-to is to just get the already peeled bag or box from the grocery store and use it like that. It's the same difference, and it makes the making of the medicine process go faster. It doesn't even matter. But I bought these especially because I was trying to plant some garlic this year as well, and I like to use the whole garlic for my soup. I just made some butternut squash soup, and it was so good with the roasted garlic inside and the onions. So anyways, that's why I had gotten the real garlic this time, and it was on sale at Sprouts, so you can't beat that. So one reason why I like to use this fermented garlic medicine is because it will knock your colds out within like 2 or 3 days. My tenant had a nasty barking cough, and I gave her some of the medicine. Within that same night, she came back saying she felt better. But within 3 days, that cough was gone, and it was so good for her. My kids love it. They like to use it when they're sick because they don't like to take medicine either. Now, when you're using the garlic, if you have some that are kind of damaged, like that one had a little brown spot, that's okay. But if they're too damaged or too brown, I wouldn't use them. This one has a little green sprout looking coming out of the top, which I could have used to grow, because I do try to grow garlic every year. I'm not very successful with it, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to quit. But I already have mine that I have sprouting, so I'm going to use this one for the garlic honey medicine. But if you find any that are injured or that have little brown spots, it's okay. Just make sure that they're not too, if they're moldy, definitely not. If they're just too brown or whatever, definitely do not use them, because you're going to be fermenting it with honey. And the purpose of the honey garlic medicine is to get rid of it's antibacterial, it's antimicrobial, it's antibiotic. So it'll just get rid of any crud that's in your body. Now here it is all done. See, that's one that I'm just not going to use. And all this will go into compost. So now these are the washed pieces that are going to go into the medicine. It's going to go in with the honey and fermented. It's all washed. And I put it in a plastic bag because it's best to injure the garlic. When you have them injured, that means the honey can soak into them better. The medicine can come out. The honey will absorb into it, and it just makes it easier and better. And it also can make the fermenting process faster, especially since I'm not sure how long that little bit that's in that jar is going to last because I don't know if people are going to get sick. I usually give it away. Sometimes the kids' parents need a little bit of it. So I want to make sure that I make some that is going to be ready really soon. So here I am just chopping it up, injuring it, smashing them, making sure that they are as injured as possible so that they can absorb that honey as quickly as possible while it's fermenting. You can use this anytime you're sick, as much as you need to. We usually take a tablespoon at a time, maybe twice a day. Here is the jar that I use. It's not a mason jar. You could use a mason jar if you want. But I've used this jar before to make the garlic honey. So I'm just going to keep using it again. Like the previous time I used a mason jar, but this time I'm just using the regular jar that I used before. And I'm just going to pour all the garlic in there. All the garlic from there. Good to the last drop. And so here, the honey that I use is 100% raw, unfiltered honey. You have to make sure you use raw and unfiltered honey. Don't use any clove honey. Don't use any other things. You can use a different brand, but I like Nate's. I've always used Nate's. Sometimes I get a bigger jar, but this time I just got the 16-ounce jar. And so you just pour your honey in, and it has to cover the garlic completely. When you first pour it in, the garlic is going to be sinking down, but then it'll start to flow to the top. And that's fine as long as your garlic is totally covered by the honey. And what you're going to do when you get done with this is, right now I'm looking for my lid because I forgot to take the lid out and be prepared, because I like to be prepared with all my supplies, but I didn't. So I'm looking for my lid. But what I'm doing is I'm letting all of the honey drip out of the jar, out of the container into the jar so that it can fill it up. And you see how the honey just kind of floated to the top? And that's okay, because when you cover it with your lid and you put it in the cabinet, you got to put it in a dark cabinet for at least a month or two. Then all of it is going to sink and it's going to soak up and it's going to turn that dark color. I found my lid. And there it is. See you later. See you till November. Thanks for watching. Okay. Love you. Bye.